Can you say hello? Hi. Say hi. This is my daughter, Maliyah. She is about 7.5 months old. She lives in a nuclear family, which consists of myself, her father, and our 2 dogs. Her only job right now is to continue to be a beautiful, happy baby. At 7.5 months old, Maliyah is in the 70th percentile for height and weight. She has a lot of upper body strength and loves to bounce around. She can sit without support and has learned how to roll, which is her preferred choice of locomotion. She has not yet learned how to stand while holding on to an object, although we observe her attempting this milestone daily. She has developed her precision grip and is starting to figure out how to utilize her pincher grasp. Maliyah uses visual guidance while playing to locate toys. All of her early human reflexes have disappeared besides the rooting reflex. An infant's psychosocial development consists of their emotions, temperament, and behaviors, which make up their unique personality. The first stage of Erikson's psychosocial development is basic trust versus basic mistrust. From birth to 18 months, a child develops the virtue of hope as they distinguish what objects or people are reliable or unreliable. Maliyah displays a variety of emotions. She can express her emotions when she is angry, uncomfortable, tired, sad, happy, or excited. She engages in social smiling when she sees a familiar face, especially when she sees our dogs, and also anticipatory smiling when she's playing with her toys. Maliyah engages in mutual regulation as she communicates her emotional state by crying, babbling, or even screaming to get us to respond appropriately. In reviewing Maliyah's patterns of attachment, we believe she has developed secure attachments with both her father and I. She does not get upset if someone is leaving the house, but sometimes if we leave the room for a minute to grab something, she will usually cry. When her father and I return home, she always greets us with a huge smile. Maliyah's temperament is definitely that of a slow to warm up child. Overall, she enjoys most new experiences, but she has to have time to adjust. She shows more boldness when presented with new objects. She is very curious and will usually try to put just about anything in her mouth, which is her way of exploring. She is more apprehensive to unfamiliar faces or voices. We also see her developing her self-concept and perceptual discrimination. She enjoys looking at photos of her family and always smiles and gets excited when looking at herself in a mirror. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, Maliyah is in the second stage known as the sensory motor stage, and its substage referred to as the secondary circular reactions. This substage specifically describes the cognitive development of infants from 4 to 8 months old. During this stage, infants become more interested in their environment and repeat actions for pleasure. Maliyah is becoming more interested in her environment. We have observed her cognitive growth as she learns how to reproduce actions and manipulate objects like playing with crinkled paper, biting on her teething ring, and jumping in her jumperoo or shaking her rattle. Maliyah has always enjoyed interacting with familiar faces. According to Piaget, infants do not develop invisible or visible imitation until about 9 months of age. However, Maliyah started showing invisible imitation at about 2 months. If we were to stick our tongues out at her, she would most likely stick her tongue out too. More recently, Maliyah learned how to raise her arms over her head to imitate me, and will usually do it on her own if I ask, "How big is Maliyah?" We also see Maliyah engaging in deferred imitation. She will repeat gestures that she observes her father doing and repeat them later in the day or the following week. Maliyah has not yet shown the concept of object permanence. When hiding an interesting object under a blanket, Maliyah no longer becomes interested and does not try to look for it. She has not been able to use her pincher grasp, however, I foresee her reaching this milestone soon. Maliyah has not developed much depth perception, as she will most likely roll or fall off the bed trying to reach an object if we were not watching her. We assume that her choice of self-locomotion will be crawling, however, she may develop her own style. We hope to see her crawling within the next month or so. Maliyah has not yet expressed stranger or separation anxiety. Because her temperament is similar to a slow-to-warm-up child, we give her time to interact and meet new people before they try to hold her. However, if we were to just let a stranger immediately pick her up, she may cry and get uncomfortable. Therefore, it can be hard to gauge whether or not she will have separation or stranger anxiety, because overall, she is quite friendly. To assist Maliyah in achieving her next milestones, we will continue to create an environment that fosters learning. We will continue to read together, provide interactive toys, give her freedom to explore, and make sure she knows she is loved. We look forward to seeing her crawl and walk, improve her depth perception, and acquire 20/20 vision. In everything we do with Maliyah, we will try our best to accommodate her temperament, or keep in mind the concept of goodness to fit, so she is not overwhelmed by new experiences or become anxious in social settings. We also hope to help her reach the next stage of Erikson's psychosocial development, anatomy versus shame and doubt, by helping her develop language skills and start to give her a little structure as she begins to make her own decisions and wants to explore the world.